Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for today's video, it's 2021. The New Year's just happened. It's currently, I think it's January 3rd. Yeah, it's January 3rd today. And I figured we do a vision board because I feel like vision boards were very in last year, the year before. And I've always wanted to do one, like when the New Year starts and stuff like that, and I just never did. And I figured I'd do it this year. And also like New Year's resolutions and everything, I've never done those as well because I've just never done them. Like, I've never been a person to do New Year's resolutions, or like I've never been someone to be like, oh, like I'm gonna do this year, blah blah blah. I've said it, but it's never I've never followed through, or I've never made it like a big deal or anything. But this year, since it was such a crappy year last year, I figured that I do a vision board and set goals for myself. And I mean, if you want to, you can do this too. I feel like everybody should do this. I think it's a great way to motivate yourself, and especially a vision board, if you have it somewhere, put it somewhere you're gonna see it every day, put it in your room, and just look at it all the time. I feel like that's a sense of motivation. So right now I have my vision board in front of me. So this is my vision board. It says on it things happening in 2021, and then underneath I wrote goals. So I had already titled it, and I put a couple things on it because I started this before the New Year's hit. So I started this early December, mid-December, right before Christmas. So, and I figured I'd finish it now because why not? So I need to print out the rest of the pictures that I have for this, because it's pretty empty. You can see it's pretty empty. So I'm gonna print out the rest of the pictures, and then I'm gonna come back, put the pictures on, and while we're doing that, I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm gonna be putting on here and what resolutions and goals I have for myself this year. So okay guys, so I'm finally back. I finally printed out the pictures that I wanted. It took a while because I'm currently, this is 2 hours later, because I was running out of printer paper, and this is what the pictures came out. I don't know if you could tell, but they were coming out bad. I uploaded a picture of me and my friends, and it just didn't come out right. So I had to get printer paper from the store, and that took a minute. So finally made it though. Finally made it back and got the actual pictures printed out. So let me show you what the pictures look like. And so here is the first set. I think I have 20 pictures altogether. Let me see. Yeah, altogether I have 20 pictures, and I had written down, okay, so let me tell you a little backstory because it's not gonna make sense if I don't. So on New Year's Day, I think I did write down resolutions with my friends, and well, with one of my friends, and I only wrote down 12. So those tie into my vision board, because whatever I wrote down on that piece of paper is what I'm also gonna put picture wise on my vision board. So let me get that real quick. Let me get that piece of paper so I can show you guys. Okay, so here's what the paper looks like. I wrote it a few days ago. It just has 12 resolutions on it. I only wrote down 12 because I had written them down with my friend, and we also ate grapes, every grape for every resolution. It's just something that my dad had told me about. You do that on New Year's Eve and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know who else does it, but if you do it, just then you get it. I don't really know the background behind it. I just know that's what we do. So that's what I did. And I had also, usually don't write them down, but I wrote them down because I have been very into like, I don't know, like manifesting like your reality, and I read some like my friend and me have read stuff on it, and then she told me that like, you know, if we write it down, if we say it and like read it and stuff like that, it's more likely to happen. So we did that, and this is how it came out. And I had printed these out, like I said, to relate to these. Some of the resolutions, I'm gonna read some of them to you, not all of them, because that's a lot. But I mean, you could also add more. I'm not saying that you just have to add 12, but that's just what I did. But yeah, that's just what I did. You don't have to write down 12. You can write more, you could write less. It all depends on you. So one of the first ones I wrote was like, this year I'll travel. I have traveling plans. I'm not gonna say to where yet, because you know I don't want to jinx anything, and you know it's just gonna be a surprise. I'm gonna film that experience to wherever I go. If I go to multiple places, if I just end up going to one place, but you guys will see it. So that was one of them. And the second thing I wrote down was that I'll be more positive this year. You know, if you're positive, you bring in positivity, and like I believe that, like if you surround yourself with positive people and positive thoughts, like that's what you will bring. And I don't know, I wrote that down as a resolution because I felt like, how the fuck, how do you wear scissors like this? Yeah, does this look right? I don't know, I'm a lefty, so I mean I usually do it with this hand, but it just don't feel right in this hand. I don't know, let's just do it with this hand because I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was saying. I had written that down because I just felt like this year was very like negative, you know, with everything going on, and not only like everything going on, but like I don't know, I feel like it was just a bad year for everybody, in all honesty, because it was like it definitely was. And I don't know, I just felt like I needed to put that in there because I just want this year to be filled with positive things, and I don't want anything negative in my life. Like I'm tired of having negative people, negative things in my life. Not saying that I do anymore, like I think I've cut out all that a long time ago. So that's not the problem. I just want to be surrounded by good things. The third thing that I wrote was to be like more healthy, or like be healthy. I don't know, when I was like a lot younger, like a couple years ago, I was really healthy. Like I ate healthy, I exercised, I worked out, I did all that stuff. And like this year I just didn't do that as much. Not that I didn't do it, because I definitely did, I just didn't do that as much, especially eating healthy. Like I definitely didn't do that at all this year. Like I had fast food all the time, and I mean, I'm someone that like likes to drink like water. Like I like for the past couple years, like all I really drank was water. And it's because like one year I was kind of just like tired of drinking soda and everything, and it just, I don't know, like I just didn't want to drink anymore, so I just drank strictly only water, and that lasted for a while. And then this year it kind of stopped, and I was like drinking more soda and juice, and like I realized like when I was drinking that, it was like making me like break out and everything. And I have pretty clear skin. Like I usually don't break out. Like when I break out, I have little breakouts here and there. Like I have a little breakout on my forehead right now, and it's pissing me off. But and I think that ties in to me like not eating healthy and not drinking what I'm supposed to drink. So I definitely put that one on there. And I feel like that's very common. Like I feel like everybody like every year does that. Like they're like, oh, I want to eat better, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. Okay, so another like goal I set was to like take care of myself the way I do others. And I wrote that because I don't know, like I'm the type of person that like I like to be there for others. I like to help others out. Like I love to give to others. Like I don't know, like I don't like, I mean, I give myself stuff, I take care of myself, but I just don't do it as much as I do other people, because it just makes you feel better when like you're just helping other people and stuff. Like, it just makes you feel good, or at least it makes me feel good. And I do that a lot, and like sometimes like I can forget about myself and like just not do as much for myself. And that's like, I don't know, like it's like it's like not a bad trait to have, but it's also not a good one, you know what I mean? So I just put that down there because I need to focus on myself a lot more, like the same way that I do others. Like, it just needs to be like on the same playing field, and I need to not forget about myself, you know? You know what I mean? If you're that type of person, you know where I'm coming from. Okay, so I finally cut all the pictures out, and all the scraps are like on the floor and everything. So that's done, and now I'm just gonna tape them on in like certain places and like, you know, organize it cute and stuff like that, because this gotta look cute. I don't know, vision boards gotta look aesthetically pleasing. I was gonna do it all like you know, one color, like a certain like tint of color, but then I was like, no, like I don't want to do that. I don't want it to all look the same. I was just gonna do like different colors and everything. It'll look better that way. But yeah. Okay, so I also wrote that this year, like, I'll be like the best version of myself, the best version that I can be. And I wrote that because like I feel like everybody always needs some improvement, no matter what it is. Like, I just feel like you always like can work on yourself. Like, you're always growing, you're constantly growing, you never stop growing, and you'll always need to work on yourself. You'll always change and stuff like that. So I felt like that was like a need, like a must that I must put down and stuff like that. So I put that down. And I think in the aspect of like trying to be the best version of myself, I'm trying to be like the happiest that I've ever been. I also wrote that down too, like to be happier this year than the year before. Not that I wasn't happy the year before, because I was happy the year before. Even though it was a bad year, I was happy. Like, that year didn't stop me from being happy. It's just that, you know, like you just always want to better yourself. Just realized I lost my glue. I don't know where it went. Did I put it underneath here? How do I lose my glue? Are you kidding me? Okay, so I found the glue. I can finally freaking glue this crap on. Wow, first I lose the glue and now I break it? Okay. Anyways, moving on. Another thing that I had written down on my vision board was to graduate. I mean, not my vision board, my list was to graduate high school, because I am a senior in high school and senioritis is real. It's like, I don't know, like, school, I've never really wanted to go to school ever since I started like high school. Like, it was kind of just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I don't know, it's like getting like that again. Even though we do online school, like, it's still getting like that. It's still hard. Like, I just want to be like out of school already. Like, I just want to get through this, go to college and stuff like that. And I just wrote that down for some motivation, because, you know, I'm trying to graduate high school. I don't have bad grades or anything. It's just that it's like hard to like just want to do the work and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if anybody else can relate, but like, for at least for me, it's difficult. It's been difficult for the past couple weeks, before, you know, Christmas break started and everything. The few weeks before we had gotten to break, it was rough. So I don't know. Another top goal of mine is to like just gain more confidence. I feel like in the past, like, I've been less confident. Recently, like the past couple months, I've been a lot more confident like in myself, and I can see that. Like, I've obviously been growing confident, but it took a while to get here, and I just want to be more confident, because I can still see like the lack of confidence in myself sometimes, and I can feel it as well. Like, there's tons of people in this world that lack confidence, and like I'm one of them, or I used to be one of them. I'm like working on it more. And I don't know, like when you're confident, you just feel better about yourself. And like that's what I want to get to. Like I want to feel better about myself. I want to be like a confident person. Like I just that's just like one of my most important goals, I think, as of right now. There's like no glue in this thing. Like I'm spreading the last bit of glue on the back of these pictures. So if you haven't made any resolutions yet, there's still time. Like I feel like you can set your goals whenever. I just think the new year just gives everybody like the feeling of a fresh start, when in all reality you can just set your goals whenever you want. Like you don't have to set it in the new year's. You don't have to feel like, oh, like I can't set them no more because the new year's is over. Like you don't have to feel like that. Like you can set them whenever you want. I don't know, like I just was thinking about it and I set mine now, but if I really wanted to, I could have set it a couple weeks from now. It doesn't matter. But if you're thinking about starting, like, this is so ghetto. Anyways, like I was saying, if you're thinking of starting like some New Year's resolutions for yourself, go ahead and do it. I think it's like a great idea. Like, I don't know, like, and I feel like if you're setting goals for yourself, like just make yourself a vision board. You might as well, like, no harm is gonna come from you making a vision board. Like you should just do it. It helps. I feel like you're like manifesting like your reality and all this other stuff. And I just think it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know, you just should always have goals for yourself. Always set something for yourself. And like I feel like when it's put to paper, or when it's like making a vision board and stuff like that, like I don't know, it's like more likely to come true. Like you see, like I'm gonna see this every day. Like once I'm finished with it, I'm gonna see it every single time I walk in my room. I'm gonna see it when I go to sleep, and I'm gonna think about it. I'm like, wow, like those are the goals I want to accomplish. That's where I want to get. And I think that like this is a really good thing to have, and like you should do it too. Like this, if you're someone that's like not as motivated and stuff like that, like this will help. Even if you are motivated, it's just, I don't know, like I just think it's like a good thing to do. Like I think that by doing this will help me. I'm not saying it's gonna help me like through the whole, like accomplish all my goals. This little piece of cardboard paper is not gonna help me with everything, but it's just a step closer to helping me, if that makes sense. Okay guys, so I've finally finished. I put everything on the board, and I'm going to show you guys what it turned out to look like. I'm not done because I know later down the line I'm going to have more goals. Like I said before, like at any time you can add to this, take away from this. If you finish it, like, you know, you finish it, like notice that you crossed that off. You've accomplished that goal. But it looks pretty empty now. I don't have so much on it, but I know later on that I am gonna fill it up. And I already know there's a couple other pictures that I want to put down on this because I forgot to incorporate them, but that's gonna come along the way. But anyways, let me show you guys what I have so far. Okay, so here I have like, you know, like surrounding myself with positive energy. And for me, like my positive energy is my family and friends. So I just have pictures of my family and friends there. And then I have eat healthy and like work out, and I put like a picture of like, you know, a body type that I want to have, not the exact but like close to it, and like foods and stuff like that. And then I have this one for like YouTube and everything. And then I have a travel one right here. And I just put planes and places that like look pretty to me, like, you know, that I want to travel someday and stuff like that. And then on this side, obviously I put graduate, and I think I'm gonna put a picture of like myself, like, you know, my graduation picture. And then I just have a couple quotes here like that, I don't know, like that'll help me, like stuff like make yourself a priority, like I was talking about in my goals before. Like I wanted to focus more on myself. And it says your success will be determined by your own confidence and your fortitude. And then it says just like positive, like mind, vibes, and life, and like the power of positivity and stuff like that. And it just has quotes like that just to keep me in a positive mood and like an uplifting mood. So yeah, anyways guys, that was it for this video. If I ever like update my board, which I most likely will add more stuff to it, update it and stuff like that, I'll show you guys briefly down the line in like a different video or something. But this was it. Let me know what you guys would like to see. Comment down below what other videos you'd like to see. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.